sparkling refresher. The reason they say so many have lost their privileges, and a reminder about what you can and cannot put in those special bins.
From WHO 13 News, the local news leader, this is WHO 13 News at 4.
Hey, remember this? Woohoo! Yeah, this was a year ago today, folks. We woke up to a dusting of snow. I guess, when it covers most of the grass, it's more than a dusting,
yeah,
really.
It was about an inch. We had about an inch of snow.
Good golly. Nothing like that today. Gorgeous blue skies on a Monday, capping off an incredible weekend. We're just in this real sweet spot right now.
We are. We are in a perfect spot. We're going to see some cooler temperatures, as you would expect, but no snow. No snow out there. Look at that blue sky. Colors still coming through here with our beautiful fall foliage kicking in. This is that blue sky from our WHO 13 Skycam at the Gateway Hotel in Ames. Thanks to Shawl, you'll see those clear skies and colors right across the campus of Iowa State University. It's going to be a gorgeous evening. I hope you get outside and enjoy. Temperatures are warm, back up to 76 degrees. Starting off at around 11 o'clock in the morning, we were at 62. We were seeing those temperatures in the 30s for portions of the state this morning. 70s, though, across much of the state. 78 in Grinnell, 75 in Ottumwa, 75 also in Centerville. Expected temperatures tonight into the 40s and 50s for lows, but tomorrow we're going to be in the upper 70s once again. I think right around 78 degrees, and very little change coming our way until we hit Wednesday. I'll show you the cold front and the conditions that'll move in later.
Thanks so much, Ed. And topping the news this hour, another shooting in the Court Avenue Entertainment District. This time, 3 people are injured. It was early Sunday morning. Officers heard gunshots coming from the parking garage at 3rd and Court. The 3 people hit with bullets are expected to survive. The fenced-off Court Avenue Entertainment Zone was discontinued 4 weeks ago, and in that time, there's been an increase in violent activity.
That entertainment zone, nothing but positive feedback we've heard. We're still going to have people out. We had incidents outside where there were people had guns outside. So, we can push them around, but we need to figure out what the solution's going to be. It's not throwing a bunch of cops at the problem is going to fix it. That's not what's going to fix it. There has to be a lot more people involved.
Sergeant Paul Parizek says they haven't made any arrests or named any suspects yet. The Des Moines man is accused of stealing his neighbor's child. That's the actual name of the alleged crime, child stealing. Police say 21-year-old Deng Kodak took the 6-year-old boy to Jordan Creek Mall Saturday night. Kodak didn't have permission to take the child. Court documents say the boy was wearing minimal clothing and Kodak was uncooperative with the mall staff. Police noted he smelled of alcohol and had bloodshot eyes. He's facing several charges today, including, again, child stealing, which is a felony. A West Des Moines woman is facing 3 charges of child endangerment. Police say she was drunk when she crashed her vehicle with 3 kids inside. According to court documents, 34-year-old Erin Griffin is also charged with OWI. Police say she hit a post in the parking lot of a McDonald's and Come and Go gas station on South 51st Street. They say she didn't even realize she had done it. Officers noted she had an open liquor bottle, and a breathalyzer showed her blood alcohol level was 4 times over the legal limit. A no contact order is now in place between Griffin and her children. John Deere employees started the work week back on the picket line. Meanwhile, negotiations picked up between John Deere and the United Auto Workers Union. Those workers are striking in an effort to raise their compensation. Charlie Wishman, the president of the Iowa Federation of Labor, AFL-CIO, says he supports these UAW members in this fight.
All across this country, whether it's folks at Kellogg's, whether it's nurses that are striking, coal miners that are striking, there is a worker uprising that is going on because people have had enough of corporate greed. And all they want to do is have their fair share of the money that's being created and the wealth that's being created by these companies.
We reached out to John Deere to learn the status of the negotiations, and they tell us, quote, "We're fully committed to the collective bargaining process and resolving the strike. We remain committed to providing our production and maintenance employees with the opportunities to earn the best wages and most comprehensive benefits in our industries." The latest coronavirus numbers from the Iowa Department of Public Health appear to be trending in the right direction. As of midnight, 562 Iowans remain hospitalized with COVID-19. That's down slightly from Friday's report. 135 people are in the intensive care units across the state. 83% of them are unvaccinated. The statewide positivity rate for the last 2 weeks slipped down to 8.6%. Still, nearly 1,000 Iowans are testing positive for the virus each day, and there are 26 outbreaks at long-term care facilities across the state. A lot of parents worried about their children. Kids under 12 still can't get vaccinated. Health and Human Services Secretary Javier Becerra says it's true a number of children have been hospitalized by the virus. Some have died. And though the risk is extremely low, health experts say there are safety measures people should take.
We really need to practice the social distancing, the wearing of masks, the hand washing, so that we can protect those more vulnerable.
Health officials say the FDA will likely approve Pfizer's vaccine for kids age 5 to 11, probably in a smaller dose. Within the last year, around 130 Des Moines residents have lost their recycling privileges. This is due to contaminated bins. And now local waste disposal companies are giving people a refresher on what can and can't be recycled.
It's very important that the right things end up in your Curbit cart at home or at these drop-off locations, because all of us are working together to create a sustainable recycling program for the Metro.
We told you about this back in 2018 when the city started checking individual bins more frequently, awarding people who were recycling well with super recycler tags and violators with oops tags. Most people were able to correct themselves. Officials say there are households out there where they were using those recycling bins basically as an extra trash can. City leaders want people to know you can't do that. Recycling does a lot more than just protect the environment. They say it also helps the economy.
Aluminum cans are infinitely recyclable. Glass is easily recycled into a lot of new products, and that lessens the amount of natural resources that need to be extracted to turn back into products that we buy on the shelves in stores.
Jonathan Gano says the city gets it that sometimes it just might not be clear if a certain product is recyclable or not. They say to expect more guidance coming here in the next few months to try to clarify those things. U.S. leaders are honoring former Secretary of State Colin Powell today, who died from complications from COVID-19. Still to come, a look back at the military general's career in politics. But first, an Iowa dog breeder helping New York firefighters. A Dalmatian donation with a special 9/11 connection when we come back.
You're watching WHO 13 News at 4. WHO 13 News, the local news leader.
Members of Ladder 20. Fire Ladder 20 Company in New York City have been grieving the loss of their beloved firehouse dog. The dog's name was 20. It was given to them after the Ladder Company lost 7 of their members in the 9/11 terror attacks. And now a mother and a daughter from Perry, Iowa are hoping to lift their spirits with a new pup. WHO 13's Roger Riley has this story.
On a farm near Perry is located Iowa Dalmatians. This mother-daughter team got into the Dalmatian business accidentally after the Dalmatian movie came out.
I bought one and then came home, and my dad had also went out and bought one, so
we had a male and a female and
not related. And
that led to 30 years of breeding and selling Dalmatians. Iowa Dalmatian is made up of Tawny Plath and her daughter Sarah Rubin. They are planning to give away a pup called Tank to the New York City Fire Department.
yeah, so I've always known about 20, who is the Dalmatian that the Rochester sheriffs gave to Ladder 20, New York Fire Department, 20 years ago. She was a donation after the towers collapsed. They had put a post online about remembering 20, and I had commented on it. It had to have been a couple years ago, that we were expecting a litter of puppies if they were ever looking.
The mother and daughter will take Tank to New York City on Tuesday to his new home at the fire station.
Fun, carefree, wants to run around and play, loves to snuggle when he's not wanting to run, obviously.
Well, tomorrow, Tank is going to get a new life, from growing up and living here on a farm near Perry to living at a firehouse in Manhattan, New York City. Near Perry, I'm Roger Riley, WHO 13 News.
Amazing. Both mom and daughter plan to spend a few days in New York as tourists and also drop in on Tank in his new surroundings. See how he's getting acclimated. I don't know. I think Roger might have found his a forever home for one of those puppies.
Maybe. And you know what? And they are rambunctious dogs. I mean, they have
amazing.
a lot of spirit. They fly like crazy. They're so much fun to watch.
And big.
Yeah, they get big. A lot of running around. Give them a lot of space. That's a great story. And Roger, you look like you had your hands full today. I love that. Senior salutes today. Just one. This is Frances Gross, and she's celebrating her 90th birthday. Faith and family have always been most important to her. Flower gardening, baking cookies for the farming family, and making birthdays special for her grandchildren has also brought so much happiness. Thanks to all those memories. They wish you the very best today, Frances. Happy birthday, 90 years. What a gorgeous day to celebrate anything. Even if you don't have anything to celebrate, just go outside and celebrate the weather. 76 degrees our high so far. 45 was the low. We had some 30s this morning in northwestern Iowa. The cool temperatures will return, but we still have one more day. Get outside and take in a Tuesday. I hope you weren't traveling. As we've gone through a great weekend and beautiful conditions today, we've had some of the nicest weather around the country. Look at that sunshine across our WHO 13 Skycam network from Shaw. This is down at Lakeside in Osceola. Man, what a beautiful way to spend a little time outdoors. Get out there. Also, we've had big changes, of course, in October. That's kind of our flip switch month where we go from great fall weather to what sometimes feels like winter right around the corner. This was last year. Happens to be my dog. That's Mac, one of them, one of our dogs. And this was how confused he was. Look at that look on his face. Like, what, Dad, what's up with this? All that snow back on the 18th and 19th of October. We had about an inch of snow. It did melt away pretty quickly, as you would expect, but we don't have any of that mess in our forecast. Just another beautiful day. Folks are out there doing a little fishing. This is the Scott Street Bridge, and this is the WHO 13 Sky Camera from downtown Des Moines, right on top of Principal Park at the iCubs. And you can see the wind is blowing the camera around just a little bit. I'm kind of zoomed in, but also notice how dry it has been with the confluence of the Des Moines and the Raccoon River basins. This is south of where the Raccoon moves in from the Des Moines. Now, the Des Moines River, of course, we have the control of all of the water coming in from Saylorville, but there is very little water to control. You see all of that open kind of an island area there just south of Scott Street. It is going to be another pretty dry forecast. We're also going to talk about a little bit later elevated fire danger because our humidities are so low right now. And this time of the year, we can have harvesting going on. Some of the combines get very warm. We've seen them catch on fire. We want to make sure that none of that gets out of control. 76 degrees is our current temperature. That's the high for the day. Our dew points are back into the 30s. We still have a south wind at 16. Humidity levels 26%. It is going to be a clear, very comfortable overnight tonight. We still have a south breeze as well. We just don't have a lot of extra humidity. Look at the temperatures this morning. We had 39 in Fort Dodge. We had 30s all the way from Spencer back over to Cherokee and 36 in Audubon. Here we were at 45 degrees, but that's a massive jump from where we were earlier today. It's south wind, sunshine, all coming together to give us that beautiful condition today, and it's going to continue again tomorrow. Clear skies, Mega Doppler S still spinning, but we don't have anything to show for now. The cloud cover will start to move in from the west, but that's all we're going to see for the time being over the next 24 hours. This is going to be a very weak start to a little bit of cloud cover on our Tuesday. Temperatures, though, still remain very, very warm overnight tonight, so I expect highs to be in the upper 70s. Look at all that sunshine throughout most of the day. Even by 7 o'clock, we're still going to see just a few high-level clouds. Here comes our change-up Wednesday. Showers by 10 o'clock in the morning. This is going to be in northwestern Iowa, north central Iowa. Not a lot of rain, but this is going to be along a cold front, so we're still going to be around 70 on Wednesday for a high, but that'll be early in the day. Then we see those temperatures really start to fall out with overnight lows into the 40s for your wake up on Thursday. Even by Wednesday night, temperatures will continue to slide and we'll see a northwesterly flow. That wind behind all of this will certainly give us much cooler air. Until then, enjoy that almost spring-like breeze out of the south tomorrow. Still going to be up to about 19 miles per hour for sustained winds. I think we could see maybe a 20, 25 mile per hour wind gust here in Des Moines. Steady winds all the way across the south, or the state out of the south. Temperature at 54 for the low tonight. That's comfortable. More cloud cover moving back in, the south breeze tomorrow. Mostly sunny, and we will see breezy conditions with 78 the high. Those wind gusts out of the south really warming us up. I wouldn't be shocked to see something around 80 degrees in southern Iowa with those warmer temperatures and all that sunshine tomorrow. I would expect that to be a perfect afternoon to be outdoors. Wednesday, Thursday, there's that changeover. 50s for highs Thursday and Friday. Saturday and Sunday still staying pretty cool with another shot of rain Sunday, but not a lot of rain there. Monday, we warm back up a little bit to the 60s, but this is typical for this time of the year. I mean, what we're seeing in the 70s.
Right, I was going to say.
Today is not typical.
If this were typical,
we'd be San Diego. We'd have like 5 million people living here.
Stay away. Everybody stay away. We want to enjoy it. We want to enjoy it ourselves. Thanks, Ed. Coming up next on the news at 4, a local cancer survivor superwoman raising awareness in hopes other people will also conquer the disease. She's live in our studio. We're going to hear more about her diagnosis at the young age of 27, how she beat it, and how she's helping others. After a devastating diagnosis of uterine and ovarian cancer, a Metro woman decided to fight back and beat those diseases, and now she's helping other people do the same thing. Allison Kilfoy joins us in our studio this afternoon. So thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
27 years old, and we just showed those photos of you. Is it still hard to believe that was you?
Yes. I thought I had food poisoning, and that's what took me to the emergency room, and it just kind of unraveled from there over the next couple of months.
I would imagine pretty quickly.
Yes.
When they realized it wasn't food poisoning.
Correct.
And to this date, so this has been years ago, you were cancer-free in 2018, right? Have they ever pinpointed why you?
They have not. I did genetic testing. They couldn't really tie it back to anything. So since it was just an odd thing, but glad they caught it, we just moved forward with treatment and what to do from there.
I would imagine with a totally different outlook on life as well.
Yes, absolutely.
How's that changed?
It just reminds you how short life is, and now since I've fought it, I'm on a mission to educate the community and kind of change people's perspectives on what to do if you or a loved one do get diagnosed.
These are nasty cancers.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You know the odds. I'm sure doctors are always talking about numbers and percentages.
Yes.
Do you feel fortunate?
I do. I feel very fortunate. The average age of diagnosis for ovarian and uterine cancer, they're both over 60. So to be diagnosed at age 27 was very rare, and I needed to be treated in a different manner than if I was 60 years old and I got diagnosed.
Was the fact you were young and otherwise healthy, was that a big help in that?
I would say so. I think so. Obviously, chemo was still hard. Chemo's hard, but yeah, I did feel fortunate that they were able to find a good treatment plan for me.
We saw the photo of the thing we always associate with cancer, the chemo you mentioned.
Yes.
That's the hair loss.
Yes.
And you're about to have a big wig party,
yes.
right? This is something that is near and dear to your heart because it's something that really your friends came up with. This
yes.
wig party on your behalf.
Yes. So after treatment in 2017, in December, my friends showed up, all in wigs to symbolize me not being the only one to wear a wig for a night. So we just kind of had a celebration, and from there it's turned into a fundraiser.
And it's happening this Saturday.
It is, this
right?
Saturday.
So
yes.
Is that down at Confluence? I think we just
yes.
had some information up on the screen. Can we get it back there? 6 o'clock.
Confluence.
Tickets are $27 there at Confluence Brewing Company for 6 o'clock this Saturday. Can you still get tickets?
Yes, you can still get tickets. You can get tickets at the door. It's open to the public. We'd love to have everyone there. The proceeds from the event go to the University of Iowa, the Holden Comprehensive Cancer Center. My oncologist and his research team are finding these different ways to treat people, and so we're supporting keeping that research ongoing in 2022.
Yeah, you're putting the word fun in fundraiser.
Yes.
We just saw the check that was presented. In
yes.
2019, we did this $8,500, and you're hoping to surpass that this
yes.
time around, too.
$8,500 this year. We're shooting for $10,000.
Allison Kilfoy, what a remarkable story. I hope you get a chance to share it with everybody you meet.
Thank you.
Because it is inspirational. And good luck on that fundraiser this weekend. Let us know.
Thank you.
And we can tell our viewers
Perfect.
how much you raised.
Will
okay?
do. Thank you.
We're back with more on the news at 4 right after this. Former Secretary of State Colin Powell has died due to complications from COVID-19. A look back at his life and his legacy serving in both Republican and Democratic administrations. Officials are working to get 17 U.S. missionaries released in Haiti after they were abducted over the weekend. What we learned about the group that kidnapped them and the latest rescue efforts. Jury selection has begun in the murder trial of 3 men accused of killing Ahmaud Arbery. A look back at the case that sparked national outrage. The men accused in Arbery's death.
From WHO 13 News, the local news leader, this is WHO 13 News at 4.
Today, our nation remembers Colin Powell, a barrier-breaking soldier and statesman who died this morning at age 84 from complications of COVID-19. His sterling record was complicated by the Iraq War, but the tributes are pouring in for a towering figure in military and foreign policy. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest.
Very pleased to be
a four-star general, world-renowned statesman, and trailblazing advocate for human rights. Colin Powell has died at 84 from complications of COVID-19.
He's not only a dear friend and a patriot, one of our great military leaders and a man of overwhelming decency.
Powell's family writing he passed away at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center this morning, noting he was fully vaccinated. His battle with the blood cancer, multiple myeloma, made him vulnerable to severe COVID. His legacy of service made him an icon of both military and foreign policy, admired across the political spectrum.
The world lost one of the greatest leaders that we have ever witnessed.
He was the best of us all, and he was the North Star for so many of us senior military.
Born in Harlem of Jamaican immigrant parents, Powell joined the Army and served 2 combat tours in Vietnam. He worked under 4 presidents in both parties, breaking barriers each time. As the nation's first black national security advisor, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and Secretary of State.
He gave the State Department the very best of his leadership, his experience, his patriotism.
A longtime Republican, General Powell broke with his party to endorse Barack Obama for president and then Joe Biden, speaking out against former President Trump. Powell regretted making the case for the war in Iraq with information he believed was true but that later proved false, calling it a blot on his record. A record of service, honored with lowered flags today as the nation bids goodbye to a military mentor and steadfast statesman.
Colin Powell was a husband, father, and grandfather whose legacy includes the Powell Doctrine for evaluating when to take military action. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Negotiations continue in Haiti tonight for a group of missionaries and their families kidnapped just outside of Port-au-Prince. FBI agents have joined the State Department officials in Haiti working to secure release of those missionaries. The group of 16 U.S. citizens and 1 Canadian includes 5 men, 7 women, and 5 children. They were visiting an orphanage as part of their work for an Ohio-based Christian aid ministry. Data from the Center for Analysis and Research in Human Rights in Port-au-Prince shows 221 kidnappings reported in July, August, and September. That's up 300% from just 3 months earlier. But those close to the situation say these numbers don't come close to the reality on the ground.
They have been kidnapping everyone from poor merchants on the side of the streets to children going to school. So yes, I believe it's been in thousands.
Local authorities say the 400 Mawozo gang abducted the missionaries. They reportedly kidnapped 5 priests and 2 nuns earlier this year. The Department of Homeland Security is creating a new intelligence unit dedicated to gathering information concerning the movement of migrant groups. The new cell will expand biometric data collected from migrants and monitor social media disinformation that might spur mass migrant movements. The goal is to better understand, predict, and prevent situations like the one that unfolded along the U.S.-Mexico border last month when 30,000 Haitians tried to enter the country. The new cell will be operated by the end of the month. Jury selection started today in the murder trial of 3 men accused of killing Ahmaud Arbery in February of last year. NBC's Katie Beck has the very latest.
In Brunswick, Georgia, jury selection is underway in the Ahmaud Arbery case. This is a massive jury pool. 600 people are going to be potential jurors in the first round. Then another 400 potential jurors are on standby. We are told that jurors are being kept at a nearby park and actually bussed over to the courthouse in groups of 20 to be questioned by counsel. We're told this process could be a very lengthy one. To give you an idea, about 1 in 50 residents in this area was actually summoned in this case. So it could be another 1 to 2 weeks before a jury is seated. Now keep in mind, Ahmaud Arbery was shot and killed over a year and a half ago as he was jogging in a residential neighborhood. Since that time, his supporters and family members have been demanding justice from the court system. They have been awaiting this day in trial, and they are here today, even though they have another week or possibly 2 before they're hearing oral statements. They say they are here to demand justice and to make sure that it is served. In Brunswick, Georgia, I'm Katie Beck for NBC News.
Here is yet another problem tied to the global supply chain crisis. We're seeing massive shortages of automobile parts and supplies. If you need critical car parts, those just might not exist, at least not where you want them, causing you to wait weeks, in some cases months. A global computer chip shortage is affecting new cars. That leaves a lot of dealership lots empty, and dealerships are charging more for the cars they do have in stock. Used car prices skyrocketing up 35% because of the increase in demand. Amazon says it's adding 150,000 seasonal jobs this year. These are available across the U.S. with an average starting pay of $18 an hour. The company says sign-on bonuses of up to $3,000 and added $3 per hour will be offered depending on the work hours in many of those locations. Seasonal workers will provide support for full-time employees in over 250 fulfillment centers that opened up just this year. The additional jobs will also help deliver to customers in a timely manner all those things that have been heretofore back-ordered. The Beijing 2022 Olympic flame was lit at Greece's ancient Olympia today. The ceremony comes just over 100 days before the start of the Olympics on February 4th. Beijing will become the first city to host both the Winter and the Summer Games. I feel like the Beijing Olympics just happened. Remember the Shawn Johnson Olympics,
I know.
right? I feel like that, what a time warp.
Well, and
then we just had Tokyo.
When they were all canceled and postponed, of course, during the COVID. And plus, you know, it's 2021, but we're still doing the 2020 Olympics. Yeah,
Good
it's
luck
confusing.
keeping track of life these days, right?
I need as much help as possible. That wasn't helping. Look at this beautiful view. This is the Supreme Court building off the state capitol. A little bit of colors trying to work in there on the south side of that building. It's looking straight into the eastern blue sky over downtown Des Moines. We're still going to have some very comfortable temperatures tonight. Back into the 50s tomorrow, mid to upper 70s, one more day.
A group of immigrant advocacy protesters temporarily blocked the entrance to the Port of Miami today. Footage showed more than a dozen of them lying in the road with officers blocking the street from traffic. The Florida Immigrant Coalition, Black Alliance for Just Immigration, and Family Action Networks, they were all together among these groups holding the protest. They're demanding a pathway to citizenship for millions of undocumented people who are already living in the United States. What should happen to migrants already living here, along with those waiting at the border, has challenged every presidential administration for years, and President Biden's dealing with a record surge of migrants this year. We have our political director, Dave Price, joining us. Dave, earlier this month, you traveled with Governor Reynolds down to the U.S.-Mexico border to see the situation firsthand. It's where she criticized President Biden's administration for how they're handling it. These leaders, what we just saw, the protesters blocking the Miami entrance, they're saying there's a human suffering here that's going on that's just being ignored by the political class.
Right, they're saying the politicians are leaving that part out of it. And we talked with a refugee who is now part of the Iowa Migrant Movement for Justice, one of these new organizations where two organizations came together. And she believes that most migrants have stories like hers. They're trying to escape war, disaster, economic suffering. Now, here's the journey she had. So she and her family, back in 1983, she was just 6 at the time, they had to flee South Sudan with her family. They first went to Ethiopia to try to find safety then. Then they eventually made their way to Cuba for a number of years, then found some opportunities up in Canada. So they went there next. Eventually they settled into the United States, and she made her way to Iowa and has now been here for about 20 years. It was a struggle in many ways here, but she said her family had to leave South Sudan when the bombings began then.
I think it was like 23 miles away. But to me as a child, it freaked me out. I felt like it was just next door, or just fleeing for the safety because they was killing us with whatever you have on, and it was evening. So we didn't even have shoes. We did not even get anything on us, so we just ran.
So when Rachel Duong sees the video of the thousands of Haitians gathered under that Del Rio, Texas bridge last month, she sees people desperate to escape the military tyranny that has followed the extreme poverty and the earthquakes there. She knows that some politicians are trying to paint migrants as drug runners, smugglers, and gang members looking to do harm in the U.S., but she believes that most migrants trying to come here are people struggling to survive, and they see hope in the U.S., just like Americans' ancestors have done for centuries. And she believes it is dehumanizing to think of all migrants as criminals.
It's just being blind, that you don't consider somebody who doesn't look like you as a human. That's it. But you have to justify yourself because it's not true.
She now works with the Iowa Migrant Movement for Justice. That group works with migrants seeking asylum in the U.S. as well as those who've already fled to Iowa. One of the organization's leaders says that she worries that when politicians focus on things like drugs coming into the U.S., most likely not coming with these people who are walking across the border, but rather coming in large trucks or boats, they think Iowans no longer think of migrants as people.
We know the reality of people that we work with every day, and that is not what's happening. I actually don't know how you get people to care about other humans and care about people who actually in our state, in Iowa, who are here, who can contribute to the overall growth of our state, of our communities, keep them vibrant, keep them thriving. I don't know at this point, actually. I don't know what you do to get people to care about other human beings who are seeking safety and seeking refuge.
Now, Iowa Republican leaders have focused the attention on the security aspect of the border. The governor, both U.S. senators, and the 3 Republicans in the U.S. House have all visited the southern portion of our country in the last several months.
And this is what is so frustrating as as Americans, as journalists, we watch the situation. And we all know more than one thing can be true at the same time. You can have drugs coming across the border that need to be stopped. It needs to be secured. You can also have the majority of those people coming across as legitimate refugees. We know that's true. They're typically crime victims. from the coyotes, the cartels that are, charging them outrageous amounts of money to unsafely try to smuggle them into the country. But you can't get one political party to acknowledge the truth of the other one.
And you go through, it hasn't mattered on the federal level which party has been in power.
Right.
So for those who think nobody should come into the country illegally, and if you have, you should be deported back home and go through the legal process. But that has never been pushed through. Now, there have been, of course, we've seen roundups, if you will, where they've tried to do deportations, and deportations have in fact happened. Now, on the other side of things, you have some who believe that if you are here and have not committed any additional crimes, you ought to be able to stay.
Right.
But those haven't happened either. So that's where you get into some of the frustration talking to some people.
Where, back to the fact these are people, they're always used as political pawns.
And complicated scenarios, for sure.
Thanks so much, Dave. We're back with Ed's full forecast right after this.
Oh, blue skies over central Iowa today, including downtown Des Moines. Look at that picturesque view straight to the north from the Principal Park camera. This is just a lovely afternoon and evening. Get out there and enjoy. 76 degrees our current temperature. Our humidity is very, very low. Our humidity, 26%. 39 is the dew point. That means dry air is in place, and it's going to stay here again tomorrow. Again, outdoor burning really should not be doing that right now. This time of the year, we have our combines, a lot of course, harvesting going on. It was south wind tomorrow is going to make things dangerous. We could see things, again, get out of hand if we have fires that get out of control quickly. 30s for lows today, but wow, what a rebound we've had, and that south wind will continue to stay with us tonight through tomorrow. No rain, a clear sky up above. It's going to be a gorgeous Tuesday. All we have are a few clouds out to the west of us. Those clouds are going to start to work their way into northern Iowa and then northwestern Iowa early tomorrow. But we won't have a chance for rain with a lot of sunshine, dry air tomorrow. The best chance for rain we'll have will be on Wednesday. This is going to be along a cold front that's going to take us for a big flip of the switch. We'll go from the 70s back to the 50s after that system moves through. Very little rain, but you're going to notice the difference in temperatures. That'll be the headline. 54 tonight. Get out there and enjoy. We're going to see a high tomorrow of 78. It'll be sunny and breezy. Those temperatures staying way above the average here the next 24 hours. We get back to average, though, by Thursday. 50s for highs, 40s for the low. We will see a breezy Thursday and Friday. Saturday and Sunday, we stay on the cool side. Even some 30s by early Saturday morning, maybe more frost out there, but a nice little return on Monday. We've been doing pretty well on Mondays, 62 degrees again.
We need it.
We do.
We need
I don't
to be
care
doing
what day
well
of the week
on
it
Mondays.
happens, boom, happening.
Hey, thanks, Ed. This hour has just flown, but next we're going to wrap it up with a surprise reunion between a Navy lieutenant and his daughters. All caught on camera. It's exactly what you need to continue this great Monday right after this. We love our service member homecoming stories, and we've got a great one for you this afternoon. An emotional moment for this family from Alabama. Lieutenant Richard Sweeney from the U.S. Navy surprised his daughter at school, and Blake Brown was there to capture it.
A parade Thursday afternoon turning into a surprise reunion in the parking lot of Spanish Fort Elementary School.
He says that he thinks he knows a couple of our students.
Lieutenant Richard Sweeney of the U.S. Navy back from deployment, ready to hug his two daughters, Clarissa and Scarlett, for the first time in months.
It never gets easier, but never gets any more special seeing them for the first time when you get back to.
Since April, Lieutenant Sweeney has been deployed to the East and South China Sea.
I've been in the Navy for about 11 years now. My current unit is VP 45 out in Jacksonville, Florida.
My brain just went like, boom. I don't know what to think.
Clarissa and Scarlett not expecting their dad back home this week. The tearful reunion, something the Spanish Fort fourth grader will always cherish.
I'm happy that he does it, but when he goes on deployment, it makes me really sad.
Luckily, Dad will be home for a while with no new leave date on the calendar. Lieutenant Sweeney looking forward to some much-needed quality time with family.
Knowing that the girls are here and such a loving family here at school really is incredible.
Told you you'd love it, right?
There's nothing better than those homecoming stories, and it just catches you. It's like it gets a little knot in the throat.
If you got kids, you know.
No doubt. Boy, beautiful day again tomorrow, 78 degrees. But why go to tomorrow when you can be here tonight?